The doctor can see you at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Mrs. Waterbury, if that's convenient for you. Good. I'll put your name down then. And if we have any earlier cancellations, I call you. Good. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Well, it's all quiet in the waiting room, finally.
Yeah. Mrs. Waterbury will be in at 4 o'clock.
All right, good. How's everything going? First day on the job?
No problems, no complaints.
Were you able to dig out those x-rays of Tommy Barnes's broken ankle?
Oh, I was on my way to the cabinet when the phone rang. I'll get them right now.
Emily, is everything all right?
Will be, as long as these x-rays are filed under B.
You look a little tense, a little hyper even.
First day job jitters, I guess.
No need for that. You're doing fine.
Well, thank you. I guess that's because your filing system and my father's are just about identical.
Well, I just have one patient left this morning, a Miss Travis.
Yes, I saw her name on the book.
She arrives, just send her in.
Of course, Doctor.
Scott residence?
Oh, Molly, it's Emily.
Oh, Emily, is Kirk back?
No, he's not back yet. But he called me last night just after I spoke to you. He said he's all right, Molly. But he also said he won't be back for a few days. I can't stop thinking about him. I can't stop worrying about him. I don't know how I'm going to get through the day.
Now,
Miss Emily, just get a hold of yourself. I know it's hard, but getting all upset like this is not going to accomplish anything.
Where can he be?
well, I wish I could answer that for you.
I know he's in some kind of awful trouble. I'm just sure of it.
Now, Kirk said that he would be all right, didn't he? Take him at his word. Please learn to trust and believe in him.
Molly, I trust Kirk. It's that man he's with I'm frightened of.
He'll be just fine. I know it.
You know, Molly, maybe I really ought to call the police. They'll be able to find him and help him if he's in any trouble.
Emily, if the police find Kirk, even if he is unharmed, something terrible might happen to your marriage.
I know. And that's why I won't call them. I can't.
Now, I know you have plenty to do to get settled into that job of yours. Concentrate on that. Do everything you can to take your mind off this problem. I know that the hardest thing in the world sometimes is to wait, but it just has to be done. Oh, Mrs. Scott came in. I'll call you back.
Lizzie Scott, that was Emily. It seems her first day at work with your brother is going along just fine.
Oh, terrific. I'm glad to hear it. I will give her a call this evening and get a first-hand report.
My, you look just lovely this morning, Mrs. Scott.
Well, thank you, Molly. I picked this up in Bennett's the other day.
Oh, that means it's a special occasion?
As a matter of fact, I am lunching in one of the finer eateries of our fair city.
Well, your heads will certainly turn when you make your entrance.
I certainly hope so. Then I am heading off to WMON to make my first appearance there as station owner. So I thought I'd better get my act together and, look the part.
Well, you do look every bit also the professional businesswoman.
Well, good, because I plan on taking a more active role, in the everyday operations of the station. As a matter of fact, I even set up a meeting with a couple of the department heads this afternoon. Oh, so I will be gone for most of the afternoon.
Oh, take as long as you like. Judy and I have a very busy day. We are going for a walk in the park, and then, we'll have a little lunch, and then a nice bath, and
Thank
a
you,
nap.
Molly. Thank you. Thank you for being so wonderful with my daughter. I can't tell you how comfortable it makes me feel to know she's in such good hands.
Oh, it's a pleasure. She's a lovely little lady.
Oh, I have spent so much time this morning making myself perfect that I'm going to be late for the restaurant.
Oh, well, I thought a woman was always allowed to be a little late.
No, I'm on too tight a schedule, as is my lunch date, to play games of that sort. I should really give him a call and tell him I'm going to be late so we can get more work done and not wait at the restaurant.
Oh, it's very nice of you. I could make the call for you if you didn't want to lose any more time.
Well, thank you very much. You could probably leave a message with the secretary. There's no reason to interrupt him if he's in a meeting or something.
Your lunch date, by any chance, isn't Mr. Swift, is it?
Well, as a matter of fact, it is.
Oh, well, I guess I was hoping it was. You seem to enjoy his company so much, and, well, I think he's very nice.
He is. Listen, you and Julia have an absolutely wonderful afternoon,
Oh, we will.
okay?
Have a good day yourself.
Give her a kiss for me.
I will. April and Logan.
How did you get to be district attorney, huh? How did you pass the bar? How did you graduate law school?
I get the feeling you're upset with
I
me.
don't understand how a lawyer who's supposed to be so smart can make such a dumb move, especially about something who's so near and dear to him.
Cliff, I'm just doing what I think is best.
Walking into that courtroom without a witness, huh?
The subject is closed. You don't like my strategy? Withdraw from the case. I'll get somebody
I think
else.
your being in love with April Scott has caught at your judgment.
Do me a favor and go chase an ambulance, one that's just made a U-turn if you can find it.
Okay. Your personal life is your own concern.
That's right.
As your lawyer and your friend, I'm trying to stop you from making a move that I honestly believe will ruin your chances of ever seeing Jamie again.
This is the way it has to be.
We have to prove that Raven is a rotten mother.
Well, you're just going to have to dazzle him with footwork.
It's very difficult to do when you keep on tying my shoelaces together. How do you feel about calling that dippy babysitter, Gloria, what's her name, to the stand?
I don't see how that would do us much good. Raven would just claim that the girl gave her a bunch of glowing references which turned out to be phony. It was an easy mistake, one that won't happen again. We gained no points.
That's exactly what I thought. Wait a minute. Hold. Ah, the little light bulb is burning brightly in my brain.
Well, keep me not in suspense. Tell me.
Oh, here he is. Look, we get Benita Thomas on our team.
Benita Thomas? The Benita Thomas?
Yes.
Who is Benita Thomas? And what can this stranger do for us?
She's a social worker. I worked on some child welfare cases with her while I was in your office.
Social worker? I don't get the point of that.
Well, she's not in the civil service anymore. She's working for a private foundation, but she's available for this kind of work, and believe me, she would be perfect for this case.
What is this kind of work that Benita's available for? I don't even know the woman. I'm calling her by her first name.
Look, we hire her to conduct a private investigation as to how Jamie's being treated, right?
Right.
And then she renders an objective report and an opinion that the seedy lifestyle and sordid love affairs of Raven Swift is ruining this poor innocent child.
You say she's good at this, huh?
Well, read those transcripts. No judge has ever doubted her competence or her sincerity.
You know the old saying, there's nothing like an expert witness to make a judge sit up and take notice.
Pretty good, huh, boss?
Cliff, much as it surprises me, you occasionally come up with a very good idea. Get in touch with this Miss Thomas.
I'll do it today. Now, boss, you have to repeat after me. Ready? Clifford Nelson is the most talented lawyer in the Western Hemisphere.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, I hope Mother has this overwhelming desire to visit with friends, because then I won't have to entertain her the whole time.
Doesn't sound like you're looking forward to this reunion.
Listen, when Mother and I get together, it is not a barrel of laughs.
Well, I'm sure you'll make the best of the situation. After all, it's your mother.
Derek, I am going to go through torture. The second she gets off the plane to the second she leaves, she nags constantly. She's always trying to dig her way into my life.
All mothers are like that. She's just concerned about your well-being.
No. I don't think Mother is well-intentioned. She just likes to give me a hard time.
It's too bad you feel that way. You know, sometimes parents and their children actually become friends.
Maybe you could help.
There's a familiar ring to the way you say that.
Come on, Derek. There must be a law in the books that makes excessive nagging a crime, right? Punishable by a large piece of tape being put across the mouth, huh?
A mother's right to nag is protected by the Constitution. It's what they call an inalienable right.
Oh, well. At any rate, she'll probably be very happy because she'll get to meet her grandson for the first time.
I'm sure that's going to be a thrill for her.
Yes. And when she sees how happy he is and how well I treat him, she's going to change her opinion about her daughter.
Babies can bring families back together again.
You know, Jamie is not the only man I want to introduce to my mother.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking that maybe we could go to dinner. You, me, and Mother.
You want me to meet your mother?
Derek, don't look like you just swallowed a chicken bone. I'll cater. You don't have to suffer through my cooking, okay?
Well, it's just that when a guy usually meets a girl's family, it signifies something.
Hey, relax. I'm not going to propose marriage.
Why do I get the honor?
Because all my life, my mother has hated the men I've gone out with. There's only one man that she liked. As a matter of fact, she liked him so much she married him, right? Anyway, I want you to meet her. I want her to see what a well-respected man I'm involved with now.
Why don't you ask Elliot Dorn?
Are you kidding?
He is the man you're involved with now.
Derek Mallory, how many times do I have to tell you? Elliot Dorn and I are finished.
Considering the amount of time you two spend together, he may not realize that. You ought to clue him in on it.
He is one of the mistakes my mother is always complaining about.
Why, isn't he wonderful and respectable?
No, as a matter of fact, I find him very sleazy.
So I should wear my good conduct medal and my merit badges, huh?
Yes, I think you should wear your chief of police badge right there on that lovely chest of yours.
So that's it. You want to use me as a showcase. You think if you parade the chief of police around in front of your mother, that'll add a little bit of respectability to your social...
That is not true. Oh, my gosh. We are not the only beautiful couple in this restaurant.
Who are you looking at?
April just walked in with Logan.
I'm sure they enjoy having lunch just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Don't they make a cute couple, though? Good food. Wonderful company. Logan, thank you for lunch.
Oh, you're more than welcome. You know, I feed myself regularly this time of day, whether I need it or not, and you're always welcome to join me.
I might take you up on that. But thank you especially for today, because it's a wonderful way to kick off an afternoon I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Yeah. The rest of the hired hands know the boss is coming in today?
I think Geraldine told them. She said something about a red carpet and showering me with roses when I walk in the front door.
Well, they probably feel it's no less than you deserve. Oh, great signer of paychecks.
Thank you. Listen, I want you to understand, this is my debut appearance as station owner, WMON. And I don't really know how to act like the boss, you know. I mean, I want to make my presence felt. I just don't want to do too much.
The trick is to get their attention. I think if you walk in and you fire every other person, the ones that are left are going to pay close attention to you from there on.
You think that'll do it?
I think so.
I don't know. I think it's a tad too much. Maybe if I fired every third person.
Well, you don't want to appear weak.
Yeah. You know what I'll probably end up doing? Sticking my head into every department and with a very small and yet sincere voice.
Sincere is nice.
Hello.
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 I'll tell you one person who's really excited about your coming back, and that is Geraldine.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
She's been doing one heck of a job these past couple of months. It's about time I started taking some of that weight off her shoulders.
Don't you believe it? She's enjoyed every minute of it. She's just happy, and so am I, to see you back in action.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels real good.
It's taken some time, though.
Oh, some time and a housekeeper by the name of Molly Sherwood. If it weren't for Molly, I'd still feel tied to the apartment. Logan, look, she might be a little strange at times.
Just a little.
Okay, but she's a godsend.
Well, you're lucky to find her, then.
The luck was when I met Emily Michael. She's the one who introduced me to Molly.
Well, you two have just been exchanging good turns lately, haven't
Oh,
you?
come on. The reason I introduced her to Miles and suggested her for the job was to help both of them. I just hope it works out.
Time will tell. Don't you wish you'd said that?
No. I'll give Emily a call this evening and find out how her first day went.
That's probably a good idea. She's bound to be nervous. She's not overly qualified for the job.
Now, come on. That's not fair. She handled her father's practice for years. And granted, her father was a country doctor and didn't have as many patients as Miles, but so what?
That's right. You told me he was a doctor. And he died just before she came to Monticello, right?
Yeah, just a few days before. I guess when her father passed away, she felt there was nothing to keep her in Evansville.
April, do you remember what her father's name was?
Well, Molly's mentioned it a couple times. Galt? Yeah, Dr. Leo Galt. Why?
Well. Look who's all tucked away here in this cozy little corner, huh?
Oh, Raven, what a coincidence running into you.
It's nice to see you out and about again. Logan, it's real nice of you to bring April out of her show.
Where's our check? Wasn't our check here?
Come on, I can tell you're not finished eating yet, Logan. Don't kid me.
Something happened to my appetite. It's very strange.
Logan, I think the three of us should become friends, and I think the time to start is right now.
Well, you know what they say in showbiz. Don't call us, we'll call you.
If I wasn't in such rush, I'd join you right now.
Well, I'm sorry you're in a rush.
I gotta go home. I'm gonna take Jamie to the circus. We're having such a great time together. So, you two enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Oh, come on.
Okay, Doc, give it to me straight. I can take it. Am I going to make it to my next birthday?
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. Whether or not you have the strength to blow out the candles on the cake is a different question.
Then there is something wrong with me.
Look, I don't think you're suffering from any dread disease, Jody, but it's obvious you're still fatigued.
Well, you know how it is with us girls who lead full lives.
Jody, you've got to start taking better care of yourself, or you're really going to endanger your health.
All right, I'll take vitamins.
All right, you take your vitamins. Very good idea, but I also want you to get 3 good meals a day. I want you to get 8 hours of sleep every night.
But there aren't enough hours in the day for all that.
Find the hours. Please, Jody, just do as I say, will you? You'll feel a lot better.
You know, I think this is the first time I've had a doctor's orders. Well, at least from a doctor like you, anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, one with a fancy private office. When I was growing up, my mother really didn't take me to the doctors. I went to the free clinic in my neighborhood.
Well, it doesn't have to be anything wrong with the medicine they practice in clinics. I ran one myself a couple of years back.
But, well, this kind of checkup makes me feel kind of special.
Well, special or not, it's not going to do you any good unless you take my advice now. You going to do that?
I'll try.
Well, try hard, okay?
Okay. I guess it's the least I can do, considering all you and Nicole have done for me.
Don't do it for Nicole and me. Do it for yourself, Jody.
You have some bedside manner, you know that? A little gruff, but effective. I got the message.
Good.
It was nice of you to take the time out to give me a checkup today. I know how busy you are.
Yes, you're very lucky. Very lucky. I don't usually treat family.
That's really how you think of me, isn't it? As your family.
Yeah, sure. And look, as long as you're staying under the same roof, I might as well warn you, I'm going to keep my eye on you. Make sure you don't mistreat yourself anymore. You're going to take care of yourself.
Okay, but you can stop playing mother hen pretty soon, because as soon as I feel up to it, I'll be out of your way.
Jody, you're not a burden on us. If you think that, you're wrong.
I know. It's just that when I came to Monticello, the last thing I wanted to happen was to sponge off on my newfound family.
That isn't the case, and you know it. Now, somebody's got to be looking after you, and Nicole and I care about you.
I'm not used to people caring about me. I hope you don't think I'm some kind of an ingrate.
I think of you as a very welcome guest in our house. Now, look, I'm not going to twist your arm, but I want you to stay as long as you think it's necessary.
Thank you, Miles.
Okay, now I'm going to chase you out of here. I've got about 4 minutes left of my lunch hour to have my sandwich.
Will I see you at dinner tonight?
Sure, yeah, I'll be there.
You know something? You're really terrific.
Come on, answer the phone. Kirk, please. Please be home.
Well, hello, Mrs. Michaels. How are you today?
Mr. Smith, what a surprise. I didn't see your name in the book.
Well, that's because it's not there. I'm not here to see Dr. Kavanaugh. I wanted to talk to you for a while, if I may.
About what?
Well, don't worry. It has nothing to do with your husband.
All right.
How is he, by the way? Purely a social question.
Kirk is fine. As a matter of fact, he's out of town on business for a few days.
Really?
That's what I said.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound skeptical. It's just that I'd never heard of a factory worker taking a business trip. I'm sure there's an explanation.
Yes, he's taking a training course.
Ah, there you go.
And you said you wanted to speak to me about something and it had nothing to do with my husband?
Yeah, I heard a little bit of information today during my lunchtime conversation. I wanted to discuss it with you.
Okay.
It was brought to my attention that your maiden name was Galt, and your father was a Dr. Leo Galt.
Yes, that's right.
And you used to live just outside Evansville in a great big house.
Mr. Swift, if you could get to the point, I'd really appreciate it. I have a lot of work to do.
Lawyers who always beat around the bush. You remember the night of the Grand Falls train wreck. I'm sure you do. I was told that a man described as a tramp was seen coming from the direction of the train wreck and heading towards your house. Could you tell me anything about that?